Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. Forgot what I was thinking. Okay, for this week's read, the main tarot I'm going to use is Gilded Tarot Royale, yep, by Chiro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. And I'm going to go ahead and say there is the website on here, even though, there it is. Apparently I'm just completely a little behind here. ReAlign.com, I believe, is there. Feel free to freeze frame and check out any of those other links if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. And the website in the back of this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au is A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And last but not least, I have new dice, but I don't know where I have them. They're in my house. For this week, I'm going to still use the D&D dice. The 20 I used for the Major Arcana, which does omit 21 and 0. Somebody pointed out, and they're correct. And I used the number 4 dice for the element, and I used the 12-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, which one I'm going to use. Which I have new dice. But my brain does not know where I put them at the moment, even though I put them somewhere safe, I know that much. Alright. That's what I got for this week. Let's go on to your reading. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? I want to keep going like Virgolicious, Virgolicious, Virgolicious. I don't know why. It's driving me nuts, like Virgolicious. Are we feeling Virgolicious? I don't know what that's about. Okay, we'll find out maybe. Oh, there's your card. Right there, well, maybe. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay. I don't even know. That's interesting. Alright. It's kind of, okay. A lot of loyalty. I think this is a lot to do with somebody else and what they're going through. And I don't think you have any control over that part of it. So let's see what's going on here. Somebody's kind of stagnant over here. They have lack of foundation. They're not really moving very well. They have lack of foundation, and there's this. This is in the environment. So I feel like somebody's going through a hard time, or there's something not right going on there. There's just something not right. I feel like it's me looking, like if I'm on the outside looking in, what I'm seeing going on over there is not good. It's not good. It's not good. There's some problems here. Didn't always seem to be the case. In fact, this might be one of those situations where you kind of look at it and like, why can't we just like try? Like, why can't we all just try to make this work out? Why can't we like put a little bit more effort into this? And it's just not balancing out that way. Maybe a decade ago. Oh, that's a while. I don't know. We'll see. Take it with a grain of salt. You might have looked at this situation differently a decade ago. You might have had more hope for it. You currently would like, if there's anything you can do to make it better, I feel like you would do that. There's a lot of dedication here on your side. A lot of dedication. Knight of Swords, the Temperance card, and the dice anyway, and then you got this. This is trying to balance things out, in my opinion. The Six of Pentacles. It's an Earth card, but it does feel like I'm really trying to weigh it out, which it just, I'm trying to like make sure like things make sense. It's like a hard balance. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Not in the sense of like, not like the scales, like the delicacy of the scales, the delicatness of the scales. Not like that. More like I put 3 on this side, I put 3 on this side. It's not balancing, it's not balancing like weight to weight. It's kind of like 3 go here, okay, then 3 go here. I put 4 more here, all right, then I put 4 more here. Like, I'm trying to like make sense of it. Like, you know, you put in what you put in 7 pieces, you get out 7 pieces. That's how it works. And it feels like that's what I'm trying to do with this. I'm trying to be really dedicated. Like, the dedication here is really, really strong. I want to communicate. I want to communicate. I don't know if I will communicate, but I want to. I feel that energy here. But it kind of goes per moment. I don't know if I should. I want to. I think about it a lot. I feel like I think about it a lot. But the energy is a bit random with the Temperance card. It's kind of like, I could now, but I don't know, should I? And then the moment passes, I'm like, well, all right. I could now, but is it really the right time? Because nothing's really happening. I constantly think about communicating. I think about it a lot is what I keep getting, but I don't think you're doing it. I'm being very careful. I'm keeping my thoughts to myself. I'm not looking to create any more damage, that's for sure. It used to go really well, but I definitely don't want to make it worse. And I'm very careful. Maybe I have said things in the past in other similar situations. Maybe not the exact same, but I put out my opinion before, and that might have turned around and slapped me square in the face when I did. And I'm like, I'm not into that. Don't want that to happen again. It's hard. I think the reason this is hard is because you got the 5 of Cups. Like, I don't think it's a complete loss, but at the same time, I could say something and make it worse. I could say something and make it better. I could not say anything and that could make it worse. I could not say anything and that could make it better. And I'm like, I don't even know right now. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't even know. But it's really important to me at the same time. Okay. Here's where we're going. Here's what this reading is going to be all about. So I feel like this is setting the stage for what we're dealing with, right? I'm not a Sunshine Rainbows reader. I'm just not. I don't know. Every now and then I feel like I need to throw that out there. I'm like, whatever's here is what I read. You know what I mean? I don't try to make it really sweet and sticky sweet if it's not. You know? I mean, if it can be great, it can be better. We go for that. And I feel like you could have a good outcome. It may be quite the trip to get there, but it could have a good outcome. Page of Pentacles coming up, which is kind of your energy. And the Lovers half in, half out, which is kind of like accepting something for what it is. Something's coming up. This Hangman moment comes in, and I feel like this is more about your response to an event happening. There's an event coming, event happening. It's almost like saying, hey, in April or whatever, 4 months from now, whenever this is you're watching it, 4 months from now, this is going to happen. Do you want to participate? And I feel like I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Can I get back to you? Give me like a month. Give me a month, I'll get back to you. So if it was 4 months out there, like, give me a month. I'll give you a solid answer in a month. Give me a month, and I'll give you a solid answer whether I can do it or not. And hopefully that's acceptable or whatever they need. And you're like, okay. Now here's where it gets tricky. Because it's like your response is to like hold back and wait. Like, I don't know. If you just kind of go with the energy, they're kind of like, hey, Virgo, we want you to do this. Come on. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. It'll be great. All the cool kids are doing it. You know, the bridge. We're jumping off it together. Come on. Jump off the bridge with us. Sure. Like Virgo's going to do that. But no. If you just kind of go with the energy, this is not going to go well. That's just kind of going with the flow. This Page of Wands is kind of like, that's what they want. That's what they... And I do care about this. So just kind of like, I'll just go with it and see what happens. I'll just kind of roll with it and see what happens. That's not going to go well for this. What they're saying is, step back from the situation just for a moment. Step back from what other people want. And decide what you actually want. If this situation could be what you wanted it to be, whatever it is, what would that be? So like this event coming up, it's kind of like, well, I like that event sort of, but I wouldn't want to be a background player. I want to be one of these other. I wouldn't want to be like food prep. I would like to be more of the entertainment, or like if this is an event coming up, or maybe it's kind of like I wouldn't want to be the cleanup crew. I would want to bring a couple dishes to share. I'd rather cook for the event than be the cleanup crew for the event. So I feel like if that makes sense, hopefully it made sense with that. Kind of like if there was like food prep, or like there's the food section, there's the cleanup section, there's the entertainment section, there's the organization section, whatever. You're like, no, I'd like to be a part of the food, and I'd like to actually create the food. I'd like to actually make the food. That's what I would want to do. I don't want to be just randomly assigned a situation. I want to decide what I want to be. Hopefully this analogy makes sense. If you move forward in the direction like, if I can do this, I'll be a part of it. If I can, if I can make some brownies, and cook this one side dish, if that's what you want for me to be a part of this, if that's okay with you, and that's like, I don't want to be a part of the cleanup crew, I don't want to be a part of the organization crew, I don't want to be the taxi people who bring people back and forth from the event, I don't want to do that either. This is what I want. If we're cool with me doing just what I want, like I'll clean up my own mess, I'll clean up the dishes for my part of the situation, but I'm not going all over the place. If we're okay with that, me being a part of just right here what I want to be a part of, I'll do it. But if they're like, no, we want you to just kind of be all over the place, we want you to play taxi every now and then, we want you to be cleanup crew when you need to be, stuff like that. Kind of like, okay, no, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be, your taxi at whim. I don't want to be cleanup crew for whoever just decides not to clean up after themselves. Nope, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to do that. That's not why I want to be a part of it. Choose what you want, define what you want, and make it a boundary. Like, this is all I'm going to do. In fact, if you have to, I'm only going to show up from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So I'm only going to be there for an hour and a half. So I only have the time to do what I want to do. That's all I'm going to do is what I want to do because that's the only time I'm going to be there. Set up those boundaries. And if they're like, well, that's not going to work for us, then that's okay. Let that be. Because I do get that that will seem to set this up the way you need it to be set up. When you do it that way, it does seem to create some type of schism, some type of situation. It seems to create something here. Other people might follow suit with that, and they should, is what I'm getting. Because I feel like other people are like, all right, yeah, let's do it that way. Everybody decide what they want to do, and let's see if what this event would actually entail, see if this could actually work out. Whatever's going on with this situation, it doesn't seem to be going where people want it to. It might actually cancel it. That, ironically, might not be a bad thing. There's something about this event that it just doesn't seem like it's all that good. Something doesn't seem right with it. If you define what you will and won't do and how long you will be there, and it might not even be like, all right, I'll just do this, I won't do that. It might not be that. It might be like, well, maybe it's a 3-day event, and you're like, well, I can only come for 1 day. I can be there from noon to 5. That's it. That's all I can do. I'll show up sharp at noon sharp. I said that backwards. Noon sharp, but then I have to leave at 5 sharp because I have other things. I can help you for those 5 hours. I can be a part of this event for those 5 hours, but that's all I can do. That might be how you go at it instead of saying, whatever works for you. It might actually, everybody else is going to kind of jump in the same way, and it may not work out. It may cancel the event because I feel like somebody is going to be very upset, or maybe a few people might be very upset that this isn't just going to work out. They get devastation with the event. Whatever it is, it might fail. But I also get that there's something coming out of this that is really good. This is creating something that it might actually evolve the situation in a much better way. I also think Virgo is an earth sign. You don't get involved to waste your time. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to put in 100% effort to get out 20%. I'm not going to put in $100 to get $20 back. If I put in $100, I expect to get at least $100 back, if not more. I'm not going to waste my effort. So by doing this, it may create, failure of the event. The event might not happen. Cancellation, I should say. But that might be for the best, because then other people are going to come together and kind of like look at it a different way. Maybe there's something else we can do instead that might work out better for everybody. Your outcome. Let's deal with your outcome. It's not bad. It's actually got the Ten of Pentacles, which is very good. There's another evolution here coming in. Okay, so if that event fails, which it looks like it will, you got the, is that the 5? 4. 4 of Cups. That makes more sense. Okay, good. Conversations coming in. Something is off with this situation. This will be, there's something off with this situation. So if this event gets canceled, it does not seem like it's a bad thing. There's going to be a chance to reconstitute it in a different way. Rebuilding it the way you want it. Be an advocate for rebuilding it the way you want it. And by advocate, I hope I'm saying this right. It's not like you have to constantly fight it forward on your own, but keep bringing it up. Like, whatever you think should be happening, keep bringing it up. Just every now and then, just keep bringing it up. Because other people will start latching onto it too. You won't be fighting that by yourself. But the more you just keep bringing it up, you just keep kind of just bringing it up, just kind of like, you know, we should have oranges. Just something simple. And then people are like, oranges. Virgo, oranges. Then later, you know, I wish we could have oranges. Oranges. Again with Virgo and the oranges. And then every now and can you imagine if we had oranges with this? It may seem obnoxious, but you'll make your point, and other people will be like, you know what, Virgo, I like oranges. That would be kind of cool. Stop making faces at Virgo. I think I would like oranges too. And somebody else would be like, yeah, I want oranges. Oranges would be great. It'll reconstitute. Just be an advocate in that sense. I don't know if I used that word correctly, but hopefully. And the next evolution of this situation may be more the way it should be, in your opinion. Keep that in mind. Does that make sense? Did I get everywhere? Is there anything else I need to say before I close this down? The Ten of Cups, half in, half out, and then the Hermit card. You know how this should be going. There's something about this situation that's not right and should be going better. And it feels like you know what that is what I keep getting for. So this whole situation, you probably knew what it was. If you didn't in the beginning, you probably do now. Whatever this situation, there's something out of balance. If you bring in this other piece, which I keep referring to as oranges, other people don't want it there because it's actually what would balance the situation. And if the situation is balanced, other people can't manipulate it to their own liking, and they shouldn't be anyway. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hopefully that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.